Niddah Daf Nun Hey. We learned in the Mishnah that the flesh of a human body is metama when it's a mace, when it's dry and moist. How do we know that even when it's dry, it's metama? Machlokes Rabbi Yochanan and Rish Lakish says l'chol tumasai, anything that separates from the body is metama. Rabbi Yochanan says ke'etzem has to be like a bone, even if it's dry like a bone, it's metama. What's the difference between the two? If the flesh crumbles, then according to Rabbi Yochanan, it's no longer like a bone, and therefore it's tar. Even Rish Lakish admits to Rabbi Yochanan that if it's as thin as flour, then it's not metama. Teeth, hair, and nails, if they're still attached to the body, they are metama b'meis, but if they are detached from the body, they are tar. Why is that? Well, teeth, person is not born with teeth, therefore they are not metama. Hair and nails, since they regenerate, anything that can regenerate itself is not metama. What about skin? Well, there's a machlokes whether skin regenerates or not. According to the Min Daf that says that skin regenerates, then skin is completely tar. The fact that Ula says that skin is tamei, that's a gzeira that people shouldn't treat skin with disrespect, and they shouldn't make a saddle for their donkey out of their own parents' skin. According to the Min Daf that skin does not regenerate, therefore skin is tamei. This what Ula said, that it's a gzeira. He was talking about skin that was processed and tanned, and therefore is no longer tamei. Nevertheless, it's still tamei because of this gzeira. People shouldn't disrespect their parents' skin. An animal that's missing skin, according to Rameir, this animal is not considered a treifa, it's kosher. According to Chachamim, it's possible. Now, according to the Min Daf that says that skin can regenerate, then the reason why Chachamim say it's possible is because, yes, it can regenerate, just this animal is going to die before it has a chance to regenerate. According to the Min Daf that skin does not regenerate, the reason why Rameir says it's kosher is because it's talking about a situation where the body created something instead of the skin. The meat became hard enough that it could live and it won't die, it won't be a treifa. What about flesh itself? Flesh itself can regenerate, but it's considered something that doesn't regenerate since it leaves a scar. It doesn't completely regenerate, therefore it's tamei. We have a kal v'chomer. If a zav himself creates, the ziva itself creates tumah to the zav, so certainly the ziva itself, if you touch the ziva, the flow that comes out of the guf, you should become tamei. So the Gemara says, no, I have a perfect raya, not like that. The sayir la'azazel, the goat that you throw off the cliff on Yom Kippur, the person that throws it off becomes tamei. But the goat itself doesn't have inherent tumah. Now, how do we know that the ziva that comes out of the zav is metama b'maga by touching? Because it's no different than shikva zera. It's a type of shikva zera. There's a pasuk, ish kiyeh zav mibsayroi zavoi tamei. So we learn from here that ziva is metama, even b'masa. If you lift up the ziva without touching it, just by moving it upwards, you are tamei. And we have a hekesh between the ziva, the flow, and the person himself, because it says zav zoivai. That there's no nafkamina between maga and masa. Don't learn anything out from an avela, and therefore they are both metama b'gadim. They have the power. Ziva has the power to be metama a beged as well. V'hazav zoivai. There's another pasuk v'hazav zoivai, and from there we learn zav zoivai that a man has two re'iyos, and during those two sightings of ziva, they cannot be ba'oines. They can't be, let's say, through jumping. Whereas a woman, all her re'iyos can be ba'oines through jumping. But the third re'iyah, since it says la zachar v'la nekeva, we make a hekesh to the nekeva, just like by nekeva it could be ba'oines. So a man's third re'iyah could be through an oines. It says in the pasuk v'chi yarek, spit. So we see from there that spit is metama. The Gemara says a very interesting havamin. I would think that if somebody that's a zav spits in the direction of somebody that's tar, even though the spit doesn't touch that person will become tamei, just like a yavama who performs chalitz on the yavam, she spits in his direction, the spit doesn't have to touch him. Mashmalon, that not. It says in the pasuk, bat tahar, the extra bays, and the fact that he uses the word tar instead of adam, we learn two drashas. First of all, that a zav, ziva, is not like a sheretz, that a sheretz is not metama b'masa, ziva is. That we learn from the extra bays. And second of all, ziva is not like an avela. An avela is not metama b'gadim, and ziva is, and that we learn from the actual word tar. Me'af, boogers that come, any nasal fluids. Machlokes Rab and Rabbi Yochanan. Rav says they are tummy because they go through the mouth and they touch the spit, which is tummy, the worst type of tumah for a zav. And Rabbi Yochanan says because it's like spit that it gathers, it's a maya, and it doesn't necessarily have to touch spit. What about tears? So the Gemara says tears don't go through the mouth, although the halacha is you shouldn't have your eyes done, makeup or whatever, by a guy because he could poison your eyes. It says over there that according to one man the Omar, you could get rid of it by sucking the poison from the eye into the mouth and spitting it out. So poison you could, tears not. Now there are three categories of fluids, mashkim, when it comes to zav. The first category is not considered a mashke at all, and that is sweat, pus, and waste. So therefore, since it's not a mashke, it's not a liquid, it's not metama. The second category is tears, blood from a wound, and milk from a nursing mother. They are considered mashka, and therefore the metama mashka berivius. And finally, the last category is the worst category, the ziva itself, meraglayim, urine, and spit, and anything similar to spit, which is kicha v'neya, phlegm, and according to Rabbi Yochanan, tears, they are the worst tumah. Have a wonderful day.